Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. Today I wanted to come on and do a unboxing from Sheena Sells Thrifty Treasures. And I have another thrift lot that I just thrifted the other day, still wrapped up. So this will kind of be a review on some of the things you'll be seeing in my auction on Halloween, the 31st, 6 p.m. And I will have a guest with me. It will be By Bird Boutique, and that's going to be Robin. So I will have a partner. Hey, Sheena, how you doing? So I did pick me up a hat because I do have a costume, and this was the only one they had in the store, so I picked it up. So just relaxing. Yeah, that's always good to kick back. I went to out to eat with my daughter. We went to a couple places. We went to PetSmart and picked up Ginger another costume because she kind of grew out of her other one. So we picked her up a little witch's costume, and it's got a little tutu on it, and then it's got the little hat that goes around the neck. So we'll see how long that stays on. But anyway, good to see you, Sheena. And I've got a thrifting lot practically hot off the press. I mean, I haven't even unwrapped it yet, so I will be. It probably only lasts about 3 or so hours, maybe more. I do have someone. This person, uh, By Bird Boutique Robin, is fair. She's been a reseller, but she hasn't really. She was on yesterday with virtual shopkeeper Dee Dee, so this show coming up on Halloween will be her second live. So she done really good. So, she was like, a lot of us that when we first start, we're so afraid to put ourselves out there. Well, if you don't put yourself out there, the more you procrastinate, the worse, the more you're not going to do it. So you just got to take a deep breath and just do it, because if you don't, your channel will not grow. I mean, people, like Sheena said, people can support you, but if you do not put that work in that goes with that, you're not going to get anywhere. So we're going to be, we're going to have her. And of course, they're always a little nervous, but we'll make sure that she feels at home. And before she knows it, she'll be doing one video right after the other. Welcome in, Dana. Yes, absolutely. Well, sometimes, Sheena, that's about the only way to do it. You close your eyes or hold your nose and just jump in there. Good to see you, Dana. But, I was stagnant for a while, and when I came out, I was unstoppable. Hey, Alfonso, welcome in. I had a blessed day. I went out with my daughter, and we ran around for a while, and we stopped in at PetSmart, and they had think about maybe 4 or 5 black cats that they had the same mother. They were all solid black, and they were trying to get them adopted. And I had a cat that one of those cats reminded me a lot of Simon, which passed away a couple years ago. And they were solid black. And I said, are they all out of the same litter? She said, yeah, the dad took off. You know how that goes. And she just laughed. But yeah, they were really sweet. They were probably about maybe 4 months old. Hey, Brian, welcome in. But they were really cute and solid black. So I do hope they get adopted. They were adorable. So we'll give it just a few minutes more, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Do not forget that thumbs up. Share this video and subscribe if you haven't already, because this is going to be, well, you've seen some other things that I picked up during thrifting. This will be part 2, and why not do it live? That way it stays in people's minds that way. So Thank you. I just picked that up. I got it on sale. It was the only one they had, and I've got an outfit. What did I do with it? That I purchased. Where's my outfit? Oh, here we go. Is this okay? I purchased this outfit right here, and I do have the embellishments. I have the choker, I have the wristbands. So this is, what do you think? Good match? Isn't that neat? It's long. Look at the sleeves. You know me. And it fits perfect. Usually I'm so short that everything's too long, but it does fit. Yeehaw. But yeah, this is, guys, this is kind of like, I heard Halloween over here, it was going to be like 70, but they mentioned the R word. The last three Halloweens, it was cold. One Halloween, there was snow flurries. And I hope it's so, thank you. And I hope it's nice for the kids because, you know, it being so cold. And here they say 70 degrees and 80% chance of rain. I'm like, darn it. Of course, I will be up here, and Shannon will be handing out candy and this, that, and the other. And she bought another inflatable thing, a big hand that's got an eyeball in it, and it's about 7 foot tall. And let it not be said that she never does things big, right? But yeah, she likes her. I'll have to do a video for you guys during the day and at night when it's all lit up. But we didn't go too hog wild. I'm not feeding the kids candy. I can't afford 5 million Slim Jims. My light will be out for Halloween. I don't blame you. Yeah, there we get them in packs here. The parents let their kids out and they just come in droves. So we usually have quite a few. I feel so guilty one year. They just kept coming, and we had some suckers that was over a year old, and they kept coming. And I told Shannon, I said, just give them the suckers. I'm sure they're fine. Shannon said, Mom, I said, take them out there and give them to him. I said, I don't see any green on them. I know I'm awful, but they just kept coming, and I had to have something for them. I couldn't leave them. We never had trick or treaters living in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, a lot of times people do live in places where the next neighbor may be several miles and it's an old dark road. And okay, Gizmo, here he comes. I wish he'd go somewhere else. Okay, let's see. What would be the best remedy for him? There, we'll do that. So, and he's hidden, so of course he will come back. So without, yeah, he's been Gizmo, Izzo, Barack Obama, Clint Eastwood. No, 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 no. I wouldn't do that. When I shot, I picked the right person. But okay, Sheena, I'm getting ready to deputize you here in a minute. Let's see. Okay, Sheena, get your pistol ready. Boom. The next time he comes in, sock it to him if you don't mind. Thank you very much. All men love redheads. You have no mods in there. He loves your channel. He loves to aggravate people, is what he loves. I need a concealed carry permit. I have never shot a weapon. Uh, I don't know. I guess if I had to, I would, but I don't. We've got one of those Saturday night specials, those little ladies' guns that fit in your hand. But I've never shot one. I'd rather use mace, a stun gun, a fist. No, I'm kidding. A ball bat. I used to carry one under my car. So he comes in acting a fool. So let's not be distracted like that. So first off, we're going to do Sheena's box. And she told me after I got this particular item that I need to do a short. So here's her box. It's little, but just because it's little doesn't mean it's not good. Just saying. And we'll open this up. I heard something about one of these days. I know. Didn't you say, Sheena, these stones that was in this necklace was like They were like $18 a piece if you had to buy them. And this thing is loaded. Let me find it. Look, stay out. On Etsy. So this is the first one out of the thing here. And we're not just going to have this. We're going to have an unboxing of thrifted items I recently picked up. So let me get it going here. I may have to add an extender to it. But I can do that because I bought some. So look at this, guys. Let me get it turned right. I believe this one was the one. Look at those stones in that. There's the side of it. There's the underneath. There's your culet at the bottom. And there, look at that. Boom. Let me get it away from my hat. So let me move it over. Look at those stones. If they don't look real, isn't that beautiful? Here. That is gorgeous. I mean, these are some top-notch stones here, guys. That's the one that get it in the light. And wow, let's see here. Let's see if I can plug in my light here. Let's get a little light on the subject here. So let's see what we can get. Boom. Look at that. Look at that reflection. Just look at that, guys. It's on fire. I say on fire. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm looking through, I can see the reflection of many colors on that. Isn't that beautiful? Let me move it in a little bit more. But that has the most exquisite stones on it. Look at that right there. Boom. That is amazing. And looking from the back, I can see a multitude of colors from the back as well. But yeah, it is really something. Yeah, isn't that gorgeous? See, you can catch that reflective nature right in there. Wow. Yeah, see that? Sheena said, would you put that down? She goes, I feel queasy. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Somebody, you'd really get attention with this. Somebody think you robbed a bank. But yeah, it would fit about like that. If I have to, I can add an extender because I do have them. And what did I get hooked to? Yeah, I could add an extender on this with no problem. But yeah, look at that. Look at those stones. They do look real, don't they? Look at that deep faceting in that. Boom, boom, boom. It's beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. You would not believe the way this, of course, I did get some magnetic extenders where you just pop it on. No more fooling with trying to get it on there. You just boom and you're done. That's the way I like to do it, and it will extend it perfectly. I may be wearing this bad boy with my costume. Oh, isn't it beautiful? So let me put it back in its bag. Oh my goodness. That is just the faceting on that. Now that was done right. It really was. That was done right. Whoever did that, my hat's off to them. So this one, let's see here. Oh my God, here's this bracelet. Oh gosh. Here, let me set it over here across this and have the light shine down on it. Oh, that is so pretty. That's enough to make anybody queasy. I've got it tilted and I mean, those stones are amazing. Next up, we have this, and I mean, this is nice sterling. I think this was Sheena, refresh my memory. Where's that latch at? Oh, I know where the latch is. But wasn't this the Taxco piece? This one right here. And what was that stone again in that? I think it was Taxco. Let me lower the light. Sterling 925. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And look at the back of that. Look at that. And it fits perfect. I'm going to have to put that on. Let me see if I can put that on. Oh my goodness, I was drooling when I seen this. Got a clasp on it that would blow your mind. Look at that. We're talking about well-made, beautiful, beautiful sterling. And it fits perfect. It was just made for my wrist. The person that I was bidding with said it was probably made for theirs too, but I had to have it. Let me get this in here. Can't get this clasp. It is beautiful. It's well made. And come on. These bracelets, a lot of times I have problems getting them on when they're, let's see, let me line that up. Boom. Perfect fit. Perfect. So beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? All sterling. Really? Man, you know me, if I want something and I really want it, it's going to take a lot to take me down. It really does. And you guys know that because I'm in there with running with the best. And here we have, Sheena knows me pretty well, and she knows when I get started, and she can tell when I really like something. Let me see, and this is sterling as well. I have a thing for sterling and who don't. So let's see here. Yep, 925 Italy, and that's where the good stuff comes from. Oh my goodness, and it's so pretty. And we have, and I think the pendant is as well. It's marked with, let me get it under the super. Burde Burgess 925. Hey Don, welcome in everybody. And Don and everybody. Look at that. That is all sterling silver. And look at the cat's eye. And that is sterling. That pendant is sterling. It is marked on the back with a name that I don't recognize. And it'd be hard to show it. But good to see you, Dawn. While we're on the subject, now I think Sheena uses another shipping thing to ship from, but me and Dawn was having a conversation on this. What was it, Dawn? Sure Post. I mailed Dawn's package to her, and I'll have you know when she went to get it, because it goes through the post office. Then UPS, they charged her $10, and I reimbursed her because it's wrong. And I swear, if I was able to get a hold of, that's not right. Why would pirate ship do that? Are we going to have to be paranoid that if it goes sure post that when your buyer goes to get the package, they had her pay for that. Yeah, I do too, but sometimes, Sheena, it comes up sure post where you have like a post office barcode, then a UPS barcode, and that's where it happened. It was through pirate ship, and it was a sure post. So if any resellers listening, beware, because it's not cool when you mail your buyer something and they look up and they charge them to pick it up. So I went ahead, from now on, I'm just going to use flat UPS and forget it, because I am not having people go to the post office and have to pay a fee to get their package. That's bull crap. Dawn already paid for her shipping, and then boom, she go, oh, no, 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 no. And Dawn's going to talk to okay, claim on pirate ship, check your postal code, and they will reimburse. I was like, and Dawn, I think it happened to her one other time, but it's really not worth. And of course, I didn't mind reimbursing Dawn. It was, first off of all, I was totally shocked, but I'm glad you said that, Sheena, because that's post office is the issue. Because I just want to let y'all know that if that comes up like that, and that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want I don't want to sell someone something and they pay for their shipping and then look up and the post office does them like that. I won't put up with that. Now, if they're going to sell you a label at the time of printing, that's the price. Don't have them go and see, pirate ship says they don't have a phone number to keep the prices low. Well, it wasn't low when my buyer went to the post office and had to pay to get her package. I'm like, but I'm so glad she told me about that, because it'll make me aware. And that's what we can do, Dawn, if that happens to you, because that is crazy. But just wanted to let you guys know. My post office is now charging me postage to receive postage sent to me, free matter for the blind. Yeah, because sometimes, and my post office closed early yesterday, so I couldn't talk to them about it. Yeah, Dawn, Sheena's pretty sharp, and they're gonna investigate it, because that's bull crap. You know, hey, Face the Ace, welcome in. Why should your buyer already paid once for their shipping, and to go into a post office and for them to do that crap, that's uncalled for. They will refer you to pirate ship check. Yeah, because they better. If you ask me, they should totally do. God, that necklace is gorgeous. They should totally do away with that, because that's bull crap. If you have a business and you're selling stuff, how aggravated would they be to go get their package? Well, we need so and so from you. That ain't going to work. Okay. Now that I've said my piece, now we have this. I think this is my mind. It made me so mad. It's deception, is what it is. I believe this is rose. Is this rose quartz, Sheena, or is it quartz? It's pink. Pink. So, isn't that pretty? It's a heart. Kind of like, this would be a good worry stone. Put it in your pocket, and when you go to, say, like you go to the post office and they want to charge you the second time for shipping, you take it and throw it and hit them in the head with it. Oh, it's lucite. That's right. Hey, Marzi. You guys are thinking, boy, she's feisty. Thank you. Thank you, Ace. Isn't that pretty? Like a worry stone. And since it came from Sheena, I can just sit there and rub it to keep from getting mad. But no, that's something that we all need to be concerned about because that is just ridiculous. They don't want to get my mouth started. They never will shut it up. And I think this was the white toe. I think this was white topaz on this vintage bracelet. And then you have your dangle. You know how I like my sparkles. Isn't that pretty? That is an actual stone right there. And that's why I got it because I love stones. They don't want to get me on them because I only take so much and then I fire them up. I'll go in there and I'll be so polite and be so nasty at the same time. This is lucite, this right here. Right, Sheena? Isn't that beautiful? It was called a certain thing, but isn't that perfect for the fall? They don't want to get me started because the true meaning is in life is to tell someone where to go and they look forward to the trip. Moonglow, thank you. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that orange. But no, thank you, Sheena, for telling me that now I know which avenue to go. But I'm glad Dawn said something because if she hadn't have, it really, I think we both learned something. And every day we learn a lesson at Moonglow. Isn't that beautiful? Nice orange color. Goes around the neck, would fit just like that. Beautiful, beautiful. I had this one lady, the church needed some new Christmas stuff, and I went to the Pottery Barn and they had a sale. And I had the checkbook from the church because, I had to have money to pay for it. And they said, well, we can't accept this and you'll have to call so and so. I said, I am not leaving without my stuff. So I had to get the minister, well, not my stuff, but the items, got the minister on the phone. Yes, that's who she is. Go ahead and accept it. I said, like I'm trying to write a check on a church account. I said, really? Without permission? I don't think so. I said, I ain't leaving without this stuff. So, and then I think this is like a jadeite or a jade right here. I thought, oh Lord, I hope that I had a lady with me. I said, I hope I didn't embarrass her. But I said, I said, I'm not leaving without this stuff. So we got his permission. He said, yeah, she's who she said she is. And oh, I get mad if I don't get my way. No, I'm kidding. If I'm right, I get upset. Oh, this is pretty too. Oh, look at that. Look at the blue. There's your clasp. That is beautiful. I can be rather mouthy at times. Isn't that gorgeous? It's cold as it can be. Oh, what stone was this? I forget what it was. What's the name of that stone? Oh, is it opalite? Welcome in, Martiza. I think that white one is opalite. I think. Isn't that pretty? And then you have your glass. Isn't that gorgeous? I believe that's what that is. Opalite, the white one. My husband's used to me if I get a little bit unnerved by somebody, and there's nothing he can do to stop me because once I get started, that's it. I don't yell or anything like that, but I certainly get the point across. Welcome in, Laura. We had one Gizmo or Izzo or whoever he was incident, but he's a pain. Boy, tell you. There's a story behind these bots, and I'm not going to say nothing. If you want to know, just email me. So next up we have the haul. You would be surprised, but then again you may not be. Next. So we have this gorgeous, and it's not vintage, but it has the look of vintage. This is glass. Look at that, a big glass. This looks old, but it's not. But it does go for a pretty penny. And couldn't you imagine? Let me grab this. I picked these up as well. Couldn't you imagine this on a plate? On this plate, let's try this one. On this plate with candles behind it. You know, you can do it for Christmas or whatever you wanted to, but put that on the front of it and then put candles behind it. How pretty would that be? So there that is, and I'll tell you how long it is, but it is beautiful. And it's kind of got a sway to it. See, it kind of dips in and it's long, and I'll tell you how long it is. I was able to locate it. It's 19 inches long, you guys, and it is 8 inches wide. But this would be pretty, you know, like I said, to put this in here and put one of those little battery-powered twinkle lights in through there, and then stage you some candles in there would be beautiful. Yeah, in case Clint Eastwood comes in. I didn't. Clint Eastwood's getting. Hey, Tracy, welcome in. Clint Eastwood's getting too old to come into anybody's chat, I think. Here, I'm going to put something together for you guys. Good to see you, Tracy. Welcome in, sweetie. Let's see if I can find it. This is heavy. Imagine this. Where's the medium size? Oh, it's over here, I think. Can you imagine something like that on your glass tray? Isn't that beautiful? Or you wouldn't have to have something that complicated, but that would be beautiful for fall. Or you could just have regular candles and have that on there. Would be beautiful. This is another hot piece. Oh. But yes, I did pick that up. These were picked up before this here. And let's put it somewhere where it's not going to get. That would be a shame because these things are high dollar and they sell for unbelievable prices. So there we have. It's got that going on, but that would be, couldn't you imagine poinsettias with lights intermingled? A snowman would be really beautiful in that. So there's that. As a matter of fact, this stuff just came out of the car. All right, I know you guys just love a good Christmas platter like the rest of us. Take this off. Studio. So here we have a teddy bear, and that says Studio Nova Japan. And there's your Christmas bear. You turn around, it is frosted back there. Isn't that amazing? You could probably set this up in a stand of some sort. Isn't that cute? Adorable. And then you turn it around and there you have it. Really nice. And it goes with my costume that I'm getting ready to wear. I'm having an auction on Thursday. It's starting at 6. And I found this at Michael's. The only one they had, with Halloween getting so close. So I bought it to go with my costume. Let me see what's that. There we have the glass apple. Did I bring my phone up here? Yes, I did. This is all, well, it says, which I don't understand this, but these fetch a pretty high dollar online. So let me take that off. And this is all glass. This is an apple. It does have this. Someone said that's blown art glass, that this, you hook a hummingbird feeder onto it. Well, shoot, I wouldn't put this outside and take a chance on it being real hot and have it blow up outside. But this is art glass, and it is an apple. But when I first seen it, until I investigated a little bit further, I just thought it was something they left an opening in it. But it's a big, juicy red glass apple. But yeah, it's pretty green. Isn't that pretty? Very, very nice. All glass, and these sell pretty good price on different platforms. Let's see. And I've got something from the 1950s. And I think I have 6 or 8, I think 6 of these. And they're from the 1950s. And I have 6 of them, and they're like a little parfait or glass, or like you would fix some kind of a root beer float or something in those. I think I've got 6 of them. I might have 8 of them. Hey, Amy, welcome in. I've got 8 of those, and they're from the 1950s. I know a lot of times people like to have a set, but yeah, I've got 6 or 8 of these, where you can, I think, like a parfait dish or some kind of fancy doodad. It'd be fun to fill up that kind of hollow glass for whatever occasion. Yeah, Tracy, and I think I have 6. And they are from the 1950s. In really good condition. There's the bottom, really good shape. You guys, I remember seeing one of these vaguely, but it was maybe somewhere, that I know they're from the 1950s, but they are in excellent shape. They're not crystal. But yeah, these are from the 1950s, and I have 6. I'll put that over here. Let's see if this is the same thing. Yeah. There's that. That's the same thing. That's 2, 3. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what this is. That was a toss up between, I know it's not checked glass, but wait till you see this. And I have 6 of these. I Googled that, and I do not know. This right here feels real kind of frosted, and they are old. See, there's a little wear on that one, but I know it's not. One of the things, it's kind of frosted, and I am not for sure what it is, but I do know it is very old. It's kind of a peachy color. So, yeah, there's no telling how old this thing is, and that nothing's been cleaned up, and I'm just gonna wipe over them. I think I've got 6 of these, very different peachy. I'll have to look into these, because something said check glass, but I knew better than that, because it has like a frosted. If that was check glass, boy, wouldn't I had a fine. But there's that. It's some kind of pudding dish or some kind of something. I got 6 of those. And let's see, that's glass. Oh, and I've got 4 of these. That's kind of frosted. It's kind of like a poinsettia with a handle, and these are vintage, and they're coffee cups, and I have 4 of them. As you can see, your poinsettia right there. Let me pull it back a little bit. There's your bottom, and these are vintage as well. I have 4 of those. Let me get that light. That light's really being a pain. Turn the light down just a hair. But yeah, there you have that. The like I said, that's frosted. That poinsettia is really, really pretty, and I have 4 all together. And let's see. So I think this is the cute little Christmas train I've got. Yeah, it is. So this is lighted as well. Of course, it had to be taken apart to be able to wrap it. So let me put this back together. It's really cute. It's Christmas. Now, come on now. They had it lit up. I thought it was really adorable. So there's that. Because there will be people looking for Christmas items, and that is for sure. I guess this is the back one. Put these old lights in here. This is cute. Let me get it plugged in. You know, you got to have a variety of things. Let's see. Let me unplug this light. My husband and his rigging and the short cord. He's going to make my cord short in a minute here. So here we have a cute little train. It's not marked anything, but it is a train and it is lighted. So there's that. I'll tilt it back a little bit. Isn't that cute? Then you've got your horses and your presents on top there. Really, really cute. Then you have that one with the stars on it. Let me tilt it back. But yeah, there's a train right there. There's the front part of it. And then you have that. That probably goes back there, but I can always switch it. But these are stars on the front. Isn't that cute? Kind of hard to... I thought it was adorable. And this is right here is like, it has a rough texture to it, and it's got sparkle. Isn't that cute? Thank you, Amy. I've got 4 of those. And yeah, that's like snow there, and it's got little sparkles. And these are stars right here. And it's just, I thought it was cute. So naturally off to the counter it went. But there's a little cut opening on the side. Isn't that adorable? I couldn't help it. The selling point is when it was lit up. That's what sold it. You know, like a kid at Christmas here. But yeah, those are stars. And you have a little on and off switch right here that you can use to turn it off. And yeah, see the stars and everything on that? Isn't that adorable? I used to decorate, you know, it's fun to decorate. It's a pain to take it all down, but there is your train. How cute is that? I was watching and put Italian stew in the pot. They won't notice. They'll just say, hey, that's a spicy number there. We'll leave this right over here. And I do have, now this is the one that when I went to the counter, the lady said they priced this wrong. They sold it too cheap. I said, too late. They'll just tell them extra love went into it. So we have this one. Yeah, they'll just say, man, that's so you just added some extra love to the pot. When I took this up front and they looked at that, look where it's from Germany. And it is a Santa Claus waving the North Pole Express. And it's kind of frosted back here. Isn't that amazing? It's from Germany. And it's Santa with his on the train and waving. And there was a couple pieces like this train and this one here I took up front. And that lady said, said, boy, they didn't price that right. And I said, well, once you price it and someone picks it up, you have to sell it. I know the lady. We joke around all the time. She goes, it doesn't matter. She goes, it's all donated and it all goes toward a good cause. But isn't that, there's going to be some people bidding for this one, I guarantee you, because it is beautiful. And it is from Germany, made in Germany. So I thought I'd have a couple Christmas items, because people get into that mood, and people do like Christmas things. But the deal I got on this, I could not leave it behind. I just couldn't. So there's that, and I have. This is another one she said they didn't price right, and this is old too. I said, you better tell them. I said, tell them that lady from Henryville, if she comes in here, it's over with. Very cool. I wish I could get to all the stuff and stored so much stuff. I worked at Tuesday morning. I spent a whole lot more than I made. Yeah, there was a Tuesday morning and probably about 22 miles from the house. And they ended up going out of business for some reason, and something else is in there. This is really old, guys. There is some wear on the gold part, but this is extremely old. Look at that. In those divisions, you can put different things, and you do have your handle right there. I didn't find any mark on it. Let me do a quick shot. She goes, that's another one they priced wrong. I said, well, what can I say? I said, I know what. I just seem to be drawn to this kind of stuff. But yeah, these cups are beautiful with the poinsettia on them. And let me get it over to where you could see there's your poinsettia. Let's do a quick shot. But I know this is old. Here's your back. There's your back. They don't make things like this anymore, do they, ladies? This is a lost thing, and we're going to take a quick screenshot of this, and I think my phone is hooked up to and we're going to find out. She said that she didn't know how old this was, but she did know it was old, so I kind of asked a few questions along the way, but I was just really drawn to it. Let's take a quick picture of this and just see what we have. I think I made one, but we're going to redo it because I had to delete a bunch of stuff out of the phone because it was too full. So let's go to the camera and take a picture without, let's see, right there. But yeah, we'll see what we have here. I know it's really vintage. I know that. This place that I go thrifting at, you just never know what they've got. You just go in there and okay, it's a vintage Jeanette glass. Yeah, is this coming Thursday at 6 p.m. I'm going to have Buy Bird Boutique with me, and we're going to be on a spooktacular Halloween auction with Christmas stuff in it. But this is a vintage Jeanette glass serving relish serving dish, and it is something else. Let's see what they say about it. But isn't that amazing? That's Jeanette glass. Kind of reminds you of a snowflake, the edges there where it's kind of all peeking out there. But yeah, it's Jeanette glass, and it is. I guess it would be good for entertaining because you could put several different whatever, and then put your dip in the middle. Thank you, Amy. And we could either carry it like that if if you're brave, or you could just take it by the handle and serve your guests. You could put cookies on it. Would be pretty. An assortment of different, uh, you know, vegetables and your dip in the middle. And I probably got a glass bowl somewhere that could be put in there, no doubt. But isn't that beautiful? It's all glass, and it's Jeanette glass. Oh yeah, you could do quite a bit, and it's like I said, there's some a little bit of gold loss, but my God, this thing. Let me see how old this is. Let me see if they're going to tell us how old. I think a lot of times when people would stack things on the hmm, let me go down here and see. Vintage, that ain't it. But I'm not for sure the year of it, but it is definitely vintage Jeanette glass. I had never heard of Jeanette glass, but there are some issues on the gold part. But you know what? If you was that old, you'd have some things missing too. But you could almost go to like Hobby Lobby and get one of those pens and just fill that in. But it's probably just from age, the age of it. But I thought that was beautiful on the bottom. I thought that was amazing. So I picked that up. Jeanette Glass. I never even heard of that. Let me see. It's empty. Okay, where's that? There's something else that I wanted to hang on just a second. That's not crazy. I just had that thing. But anyway, I was trying to locate that that Mishika piece that had that cradled down in each other. But anyway, if you watched, I had a haul that was maybe a couple weeks ago, and all the stuff you see that I showed you now, plus some other things I picked up before, will all be up for grabs. Um, I have like I said, I have the bigger one, this one, and the smaller one, and this is art glass with controlled bubbles in it. These, all three of those will be up. 1950s could be. So anyone that likes amber art glass with controlled bubbles, they'll be. I don't know. Sometimes people just like to buy one. Some people like to buy the set. I'll leave that up to whoever. Isn't that beautiful, Brian? It has that. But yeah, there's three of them, and I thought, do I want to break them up or do I want to sell them together? What do you guys think? Because I've got a big one. This is the big one right here. Do you think that I should sell them separately or as a set. And here's your baby. And see, the top is different on this, but they're still the same pattern. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try to go out and thrift these things, and I love the old glass. The older, the better. It just has, and you guys seem to like it, so I just go out there and roll with the punches and start. I go in there all quite a bit. Like a lot of times I'll go in there on Tuesday and maybe sometime maybe I don't like to go in there on Saturday because they're so busy. So I usually pick a Friday, and the more you go, you never see a lot of their stuff sells really well. But yeah, I don't know, because a lot of people do like to buy things as a set. These would be amazing with some kind of small tea light set in them on someone's mantle, but they are amazing, and there's 3 of them. Tracy said YouTube is sure squirrely. Yeah, candles in that, as long as you could get them down in the opening here. See, that one's kind of small, and see, there's your, look at that. Isn't that amazing? But I could just, certain people look for certain things, and some people like to buy them as a set. I know this one right here sells for high dollar by itself. So it is made differently. It has a wider opening on it, but it does sell. I just I just happened to have gotten really lucky, guys. When I went in there, I was like, that's why it always pays to go in frequently, because it's not that far. You don't have to spend a lot of gas to go to it. So I figured um, I never want to miss an opportunity, because I don't like to go in there on Saturdays. Thank you, Brian, because it's just too busy. There's too many people. They get on my nerves. So my Saturday is Friday. So, but yeah, they do. I don't see how some of the stuff makes its way in there without being decimated, but I guess it does. It's amazing. And set that right there. But that is just a sampling of some of the things that you're going to see. And as I buy these pieces, I try to do like a haul on a live. So, hey, Shell Bell, welcome in, sweetie. So that you guys get to kind of know what's coming. Let me show Shell Bell this train. This will be another thing up for grabs, Shell Bell. We have this little adorable train. There's nothing on it somewhere. This train right here, and it lights up. Boom. Isn't that adorable? Your little choo-choo train. It's got little stars where the lights come out at. It's a little set. Isn't that adorable? And this is like a bisque filling thing. And this right here is like snow, and it's got little glitter in it, and it's just really cute. One of those little lighted beauties, but I thought that was really, isn't that adorable? I had to have it. It says, I light up. And that's the thing. When I seen it lit up, that's what drew me to it. Guys, I would love to work in that shop, but it would be a conflict of interest because I would have to watch pieces walk out of there that I wanted. But I would love to. I probably could work. They'd hire me in a minute, but how hard would it be to go through stuff and you're like, They put it on a cart and they push it out there, and you're gritting your teeth. Hello, Lucy. Welcome in. Here's a lighted train, Lucy. Isn't that adorable? Isn't that cute? You got your little snow and all the stars, a little choo choo, lighted. You have your little thing here where you turn it off and on, and it's really cute. There's off, and you see the little stars. I know, Amy, I would be working for us, will work for items, and then you turn it on, and there you have a beautiful lit piece. And Laura's making dinner. What are we having for dinner, Laura? Something good. But yeah, a lot of this will be. Now, I'll have to research this some more because I'm not really sure. I know it's old, but I can't pinpoint exactly what it is. And none of this has been cleaned. But this is I don't know if it's frosty feel or it just needs to be cleaned. Moscali with pink. Oh my goodness, you're having one of them fancy meals with pink sauce. Mmm. But yeah, I'm not for sure what that is, but it sure is lovely, isn't it? And I've got 6. Laura, we're all coming to your house. I already ate, so I'll just be there for support. No, I said, I'll help you feed all these people because I already had my, yep, dinner at Laura's tonight. Fancy Muscali. Does that have wine in it, Laura? But, yeah, I couldn't. And come on, everyone, the more that Laura said, come on down. I'll supervise. I'll hand out the plates, Laura, and I'll observe while you do the cooking. It's red sauce with a splash of Alfredo. Mmm. Sounds yummy. So you guys are I was really fired up because my thumbnail for that show next on Halloween's already out. So I must be really excited. But yeah, I'll have another lady with me. It's By Bird Boutique Robin, and she has a lot of clothing and stuff. So she may, I don't know what she'll do. You never know. Just to be a little different. But yeah, this will only be her second show. She had her first one she was on with another reseller, and I'll be the second one. So she really needs to get her, if you want your channel to grow, you got to put yourself out there. You can't, I know for a fact that on a lot of your lives that you do, you get subscribers from that. And of course, you get it from shorts. But I think the most, right, advertise, and more advertise. But people, they do get to know you and, what kind of type of your personality, and you just got to connect yourself with good people because sometimes you can get with the wrong person and they can really blow things up, but sometimes we have to help one another and to get through things, and everyone knows where she's coming from because a lot of people that sell stuff have been there one time or the other, but yeah. And a lot of times you have to watch who you partner with because that's true, but we are all here to support on Thursday. Thank you, Miss Laura. And that's true. It's so good to see But you have to really be careful who you get in cahoots with. You really do. Because, there's someone cannot be happy for you because you're doing well. They get jealous and then they reflect it back on you. Sometimes you just have to say, nope, I'm gone. Forget it. I don't need you. I'll do the work. Goodbye. But yeah, sometimes that happens. And there's a lot of times where there have been people that sold with one another and then they get mad at each other. And, it's not worth it, guys. There is nothing that happens in your life that's gonna, that's true, that's gonna be worth being upset with somebody. When you're upset with somebody, they don't feel a thing, but you sure do. You feel that aggravating feeling, and sometimes you just gotta, people are gonna be people, and you just have to pick your pick your friends wisely sometimes. Laura said it's a gossiping too because they tear you down and some people believe it. I know it. Isn't that awful? I like to think I never really go on what someone else says because if I know that person, not, I haven't been with them in person, but I have seen them in the chat and conversed with them and been on the show around. I'm not gonna, you know, say anything. I don't really talk about other people. It's not worth it. And but yeah, that really upsets people when people gossip and they lie about something. And it's very ironic. Sometimes people find out that later on that, gee, I believe this person and their negative talking. And then you get to know that person and you find out that they're not at all like this person said they were. But yeah, it's that's why it kind of gets uncomfortable if someone's angry with somebody, and you just have to let it go because it's not worth waking up tomorrow and thinking about it. There's a lot more things that we could be thinking about. And yes, people do get on your nerves. I know that. But never, ever let anyone steal your happiness. And if you know a person and somebody's saying bad things, just say, hey, that's between you two. Because people, it's not worth it. Like I always say, there's two things that you can't control: what people say and what people do, because they're going to do it anyway. You just have to, you know, but yeah, that's terrible. I don't like that. When someone attacks someone else's credibility and their character, that's a problem right there. And really, if they was more focused on their own business without their nose in someone else's, they would get all kinds of things done. Yeah, yeah, for evil, Tracy, that is so true. A lot of times people gossip and say things about an innocent person and get things started. And then somewhere along the line, they come to you and say, so and so said this, but you know what? You're not at all like that. You know, you're not like that. And so you have to be open. We all have a mind and we all have a for this sight. And if somebody's, and it's just such a shame that people are like that, but that's how they do. I've had it's so I've had people say, well, someone said this, and you know what, I got to know you and they're totally wrong. And you know and she goes, you're not totally not like what they said you were. I find that if you get to know somebody that you'll know better, you'll know the difference. Hey Trish, welcome in. When I hear someone talk negatively about someone else, the first thing to ask yourself is what's their motive? And that's so true, Trish. Why are they all of a sudden bringing this person's name up? And welcome in, sweetheart. Why are they bringing this person's name up? Because they want to bash their character, make them look bad, make other people shun them, and that's what they do. They really do. But I don't. I tend to not. I don't like to get involved. Hey, Justine. Justine's a big winner. Justine won the jackpot on Colleen's show last night. Congratulations, sweetie. Welcome in, Sally. Justine won quite a bit of money last night. And I'm not going to say how much because I don't want people bugging her. But yeah, she was the winner last night. It was amazing. Yeah, Amy, it's good to try to support, a lot of times with other resellers that need watch hours. Um, I know it. I bet you're like, you said, like, did she say my name? You're pinching yourself. But that was amazing. See, you just never know when everything happens for a reason. But yeah, we have to, just like we go on other people's channels and give them watch hours because that's what they need and that's what we should do. And you know what? If you extend a kind hand to someone and help them, and it makes a big difference, when you're able to. There's so much negativity in the world today, and just a little positive thing that we can help somebody because there are people out there that need help. People need people to talk to. Right, Amy, without the fear of someone running and saying, well, did you hear this? I had a school teacher that said, be careful of this statement. Did you hear or I heard? Because it always gets you in trouble. But yeah, it's always going to be, hey, Gwen, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. It's always going to be, anytime you're on earth with people, it's going to be that way. You just have to learn to just, I cannot stand negativity. It gets on my nerves. I don't like to be around it. I don't like to be a part of it. Yeah, life is too short to be mean to someone. That's so true. And negativity drain it actually when it happens to someone else, but it drains other people as well because they don't like to be around that negativity because it's draining to them as well. And you just can't. I don't like it. I do not like negativity. I can't stand to be around it. It upsets me too bad. So, but we're on this earth with all these people, and that's the way of the world. But you ever feel like you're in the world but not part of it because you're kind of different from other people that do gossip and do bad things to people, and you know but yeah, since we got a couple new people in here, I'm going to turn the train on. Look at this adorable train, guys. It's kind of a bisque and it's lit. Isn't that cute? Now, is that not adorable? You have that is so cute and it's lit. And this is like a bisque. Isn't that adorable? The thing that sold me is when I saw it lit up. Really amazing there. Isn't that cute? Then you just have your little switch and you just turn it right off when you're done. But yeah. But I've met so many amazing people right here on YouTube. We may not have met in person, but I feel like that, I know and there's a lot of good people on YouTube, and and sometimes it's very therapeutic to watch an auction and talk with other people and look at pretty things. Like they say, it's about the pretty sometimes. But yeah, it's just wonderful to be able to. Thank you, Randa. I just picked that up. It goes with my Halloween thing I'm going to be wearing. This laces up and it's got those sleeves on it. And see it go. And then I have the choker that matches. It's got the red rose on it, and then the little cuffs. I'm ready now. There's a little bit of kid in all of us, right? The chats are fun. They're really a lot of nice people, and some of the resellers crack you up. Colleen cracks me up. She did a short, yeah, and then I've got the little cuffs that's got the roses like that. Then I've got the choker that's got that, so I had to have a hat. She did a short, and I think Tracy sent her a thing of jewelry, and she couldn't open it until Christmas, and it was just so funny. She goes, "Is that really fair?" And I was just rolling, but it's really, I thought it was really cute. I couldn't help but smile. It was so cute, and she was dead serious. She goes, "Now is it really fair for her to make me wait?" Those two are the best of friends, you know what? And it's good to see them. They pick at each other, but it's all in fun. Thank you, Amy. And believe it or not, I'm short and it fits me in the length, and that almost never happens. I went out and got my little female Chihuahua. She kind of blossomed out of her little Halloween dress, so I picked her up. It's a witch's outfit. It's got a tutu that's got black lace and satin, and then it's got the little hat that goes thing that pulls under her chin. We'll see how long before she rolls around and tries to get out of that. But I'll try to make a picture of her. And my little male, we have a costume for him that still fits him. So we usually dress him up a little bit, but yeah, Ginger's got her little witch outfit, little hat comes around the. She's gonna look adorable in that. Of course, she'll roll. It'll be funny. I ought to do a video of her trying to get it off. She rolls around but yeah, we always put little sweaters on them and stuff like that. I went to while I was in town. We stopped in PetSmart, and they had, I think, about 5 little black kitties. Well, they was bigger than a kitten, and they was trying to get them adopted. And one of them looked a lot like my cat Simon that passed away a couple of years ago. And I said, "Are these all from the same litter?" And she goes, "Yeah." And she goes, "And the dad took off. You know how that is." But they were really cute. And they were a little bit bigger, but they were real solid black, really cute green eyes, and they were so adorable. I told Shannon, I said, we ought to get one of them cats. My husband's up working at the other house, and put it in his vehicle when he opens the door. Where'd that come? He'd automatically think I was behind it because he knows me. Because when he asked me about it, I could not hold a straight face. But I hope they do get adopted. They were precious, and their little collars corresponded if they were a male or a female. They were so cute. There's a lot of strays out there that I've got a cat that comes here that we feed that I think he belongs. This older lady has 7 cats. And I think the Humane Society, not the Humane Society trapped them and fixed them, and they usually take a little piece of their ear, how they identify them being. They used to do tattoos on them, but I think they kind of snipped their ear. And he comes and he gets all kinds of good stuff. Like I think my daughter give him some rotisserie chicken. He gets tuna fish and yeah, Amy said, I wish I could adopt all of the animals. Yep, there was, they were awfully cute. I don't like to see them. It bothers me to see, like in the store, they have a section where they have all the cats in their little cages. And I just don't like to see an animal. I know that they have to put them in there, but I cannot stand to see an animal in a cage for some reason. And I said, well, maybe somebody will come and adopt you. They probably do. A lot of people come and get a lot of cats, but the rule of thumb is if you don't want a bunch of kittens, you better get the female spayed, or you're gonna have it's gonna be kitten city for sure. You know, but they were so cute, and how fitting for a Halloween time, a black kitty cat. But all these cats were from the same litter, and they were so cute. Little black kitties. One looked at me, and it looked like just like Simon, a black cat I had that passed a couple years ago, and he was 20, 21 years old. So he was a stray. And I was down at somewhere at a salon, and someone said, "You want a cat?" And I said, "What cat?" And Simon, he just went around my legs and ended up taking him home. We just adopted two dogs out of Texas. One was scheduled for the kill list, and then the next morning. They are the sweetest things. We feel blessed with both of them. Well, Trish, you absolutely saved them. Oh gosh. See, that's the overpopulation. People really need to, if they don't want a bunch of animals, to have those animals spayed or neutered, because bless your heart, Trish, oh my goodness. Oh, you know, and give that little puppy or dog a life where somebody dumped it out and end up the dog catcher picked it up and took it to the pound and give it a life. Oh my goodness. You know what? I could not work for no humane society and be responsible for doing away with an animal. I could not do it. It would scar me emotionally for the rest of my life. Oh yeah, what type of dogs were they, Trish? And a lot of times, people, they save an animal, and animals are really smart. They know things, and I'm sure both of them were so grateful that, that somebody come and got them. I could not be the person that did that. If I was hungry on the street and had to do that, I'd just starve because I couldn't do it. It wouldn't be worth the emotional trauma that it would put on a person. But yeah, and sometimes, yeah, Shelbelle, they are really smart. I mean, Shannon, she gets off at a certain time from work, and my dogs cannot tell time, but yet they know when she's coming home because they'll go right to that door and they'll wait, or they'll wait and listen for my husband's vehicle. They know the sound of that. And they're just really smart, and they remember so many things. They are really smart. But they're they're little children. It was a black mouth cur she was on kill list. The other is a little pit bull terrier mix that was markings was like an old milk cow, both female. So I imagine, Trish, that they were fixed before you went to pick them up, because that's what they'll do. They'll fix the animal and oh. And if somebody, to me, yeah, they usually spay them and everything. That's one good thing about going to the adopting them from the Humane Society, that they will spay and neuter the animal before they release it. Now, Trish, I don't know if it's like that where you live, but we can go. We went to. I think one time we had to have the cat spayed, and we went to the Humane Society, and I think they gave us like a $50 coupon off on having them spayed, and use it toward their spaying. And since a male animal is easier, okay, done. Low carb dip came out amazing. They said we'll do a video with the recipe. Oh boy. Mmm. Yeah, Sheena, she's doing a strict carnivore diet, so she can't. Carbs are not a good thing, but she came out with a low carb dip. I bet you a lot of people would like to know about that. And you know what? I got to thinking about that. I mean, sometimes you lost another pound. Awesome. And you know what we think about? And Sheena's very determined, and it would take determination because I want my family healthy, unlike me. Yeah, it helps to, you know, and it would be so hard if you're used to eating a certain something, and eating is almost like a habit. I mean, you have to eat to survive, but you can get to where you like a certain food more than others, and you can't hardly give it up. And carbs is one of them. And well, food isn't like it when it was. No, it's not, Sheena. They add so many preservatives, and I think that's why a lot of these the young, the females 12 and 13 years old develop so early because of the steroids and the all this that they use in the meat. Yeah, it's sometimes it can be expensive, but you know a lot of this food affects people with the different stuff in it. And like if you grow a garden in the summertime, um, there's certain ways to avoid, certain thing. And carbs are the number one hardest thing to give up that you have ever seen, because it's all this stuff that, and a lot of times when we're in a hurry, we reach for these fast ones, and usually they're carbs, and then you get that carb high, and then you can't burn it. So guess where it goes? Right to the um to the hips and the backside. But yeah, and once you learn to Sheena's doing the carnivore, and that's all practically all meat, so that your body learns to work off the proteins and instead of the carbs doing it, where you can, if you're eating the meat, then it's going to burn off a lot more fat from your body, and it works a lot better. You're running on protein and not carbs. Yeah, she's got fibromyalgia, and the lupus and everything like that. So, and then she's only running on 50% of her heart. So she's trying to maintain her weight so that, you know, it, if you're a little bit on the heavier side, your heart has to work harder when you move and stuff like that. So she's trying to, she had she called it the widowmaker because of the lupus. So Amy said, I have had weight up and down for most of my life. Yeah, sometimes it's a vicious cycle. And, usually when we're younger, it's easier to get to take that weight off. But when we get older, it becomes quite the battle. Yeah. And sometimes we kind of use food as food doesn't talk back, food tastes good. And sometimes, a lot of times, people will do emotional eating too. It's something that it puts off that triggers that pleasure thing in our brain, and it just, it really does. Yeah. It sets off that kind of feel good. You know, it's got all that sugar and it kind of triggers all that. It does. It sets off that feel good part in your brain. But and like Sheena said, the meats and stuff today is totally different because one thing they pump a lot of the animals with steroids. I blame the lady who made better than sex cake. I've heard about that cake, Sheena. I've never had it before, but I bet it's good. But yeah, it's just sometimes people eat for emotional reasons. But yeah, it's mm, but yeah, it's I've heard of that cake, but I've never had it. Mm, see, that kicks our now. If we leave this live and you're and you want something sweet, you'll know why. Amy said she would rather have the cake and 7 Up cake. Oh, the memories. What about dump cake? Yeah, I heard about those. I put a bite of meat in my mouth. Oh my goodness. Because we remember what those taste like and what pleasure it brung and how it was almost euphoric almost when you have something good like that. Mm-mm-mm. Now, me and my daughter during Christmas time, we make Buckeyes, and you talk about they're rich now. And she'll mix up the peanut butter and the powdered sugar and the butter, and I'll melt the chocolate and do the dipping. And yeah, I tell you, I got so many phone calls on my phone and I know what it was is about people in this darned election. Yeah, there are memories. Your mind goes right back. But I had like 5 or 6 phone calls, and I know it was people had something to do with the election. As I just my veggie wrap ate. Of course, I've got a hypoglycemic. I have to have a certain amount of sugar, but then I have to eat protein right behind it, or my blood sugar drops. Mm, yeah, it's but I know it was people in this upcoming election. My phone never rung so many times in one day. I guess they're trying to Pretty soon it'll be voting time. And I'm not being political, but I do encourage everyone to vote because it is your right to vote, and everyone deserves to, just go and vote. Because I tell you, I have never been more nervous. Yeah, Shell Bell said she blocked so many numbers, and it's voting time, and it's really scary, guys. It really is. It makes you have anxiety, and to look on TV and stuff. It just, make your voice heard. Get out there and vote. I'm in Indiana, Gwen. Get out there and vote. And it just seems like this election has more anxiety with it. It just has, I don't know, there's just something different about it. And Mama and Gwen is in Arkansas. I watch a lot of YouTube and stuff like that quite a bit. There's always something. I like to watch them do the crafts where they go to the Dollar Tree and they make these crafts. I like to watch. Gizmo's down there having a fit, but I don't know. It's just this time feels different. There's more anxiety. Unfortunately, some states restricts individuals with developmental disabilities who are under guardianship from vote. That's not fair. That is, they need to change that. You know, I think Alfonso, I think you are sight impaired. That is wrong. They do not have the right to take away anyone's right to vote, regardless. And that's dirty. I don't like that. That is totally wrong. See, that's not right. If you are old enough to vote and you are registered to vote, then you should be able to vote. I don't like that. That's not right. With still, everyone has different levels of developmental problems, but still, they do have, they do think, and some of them are pretty darn smart. And I don't think they should take that away from that. They really shouldn't. They're putting people in a category, and I don't like that. I'm under guardianship. I am considered a minor regardless of my age. Oh my goodness. That's horrible. But that, it makes a person feel left out. And I don't, just like I had a little guy that, oh yeah, but Alfonso, I totally disagree with that. That's wrong. You are an individual. And if you're over 820, whatever the age limit is, you should be able to vote. Now, they're putting you in a category, and that's wrong. That's what they call exploitation. That's wrong. It really, I don't like that. Right. I mean, when are they going to start treating people as human beings? Yes, that person has a disability. Well, there's a lot of people that have disabilities. I hate it when people judge people like that. I don't like it. It's wrong. They're a human being. If they are of voting age, they should be able to vote, guardian or no guardian. Now that's a bunch of horse hockey. You know what? I know there will always be. In Colorado, the ARC that I worked for had advocated me on getting me registered to vote. Alfonso, push them. Be very insistent that they do that because that is so wrong. Yeah, the lines will be long. But yeah, that's discrimination. If you are a voting age, it should not. There's a lot of smart people that are not too bright. Not they're smart out of a book, but they're kind of lacking in everyday life. So yeah, you like the song goes, "Rejoice, you have a voice." Yeah, Alfonso, I think that's you're a voting age. You have a voice too. I don't believe in stuffing somebody back in a corner. Now they need to stop that. That is just crazy. You know, well, just like when I worked for the home health care thing, disability or not, that is a violation of your. Oh yeah, if two people that had developmental issues wanted to get married, they could. Now, why can't they vote? You know what? That's true because I don't like it when they single people out and put them in a category. It's wrong. We're all people. The reason they don't want me to register to vote was because they didn't want me to deal with having to do with jury. Oh, well, Alfonso, that's an excuse because if you got picked for jury duty and you have a disability, then you would just present the paperwork and they would excuse you immediately. Because, Alfonso, you do have you're visually impaired and stuff. Why that's an excuse because they might send you a jury duty thing and you're sight impaired and you have some things going on. They would not have you sit on a jury because of your you can't see and stuff like that. That's an excuse. I don't go along with that because you could very easily get if they you got a paper, all you'd have to do is put I'm this, that, and the other and send your paperwork and they'd never even have you come in there because you're power that don't care unless it involves them. Right. In Colorado, you don't have the right to get married if you are under guardianship. I basically can give what consent whatsoever. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. I find that, like Sheena, her health and everything like that, it's very hard to get excused from jury duty here in Colorado. Really? Oh, wow. Mm-mm-mm. I know the laws are different in different states, but wow. Jiminy Crickets. I had to sit on one jury one time and then almost got drafted again. Thank God they settled out of court. I didn't want to put up with that. I'm like, oh no, not again. I already sat on one. It was enough. But I do think that just because that I don't like, and it was worse, really, Alfonso, it was worse for people that were sight impaired like that years ago because they would just put them somewhere and what I'm talking about. Now because of the laws they have a lot more rights, but back in the day they would just shove them in a somewhere and and that's true. So wow. Those under guardianship are basically treated like if they were a minor underage. Oh my goodness. That's not right. I know sometimes that that when there are developmental issues, that some people are like that of a person that's a little bit younger than their age, but still they shouldn't be like that. But that's the law. All these states have different laws that they have to uphold. I know another kid with a developmental disability who is 36 years old, and I recently got charged with a minor in possession for having a bottle of alcohol that he found at work. Oh my goodness. Oh, that would be a sticky situation right there. But yeah, I mean, what keeps a person that is development, developmentally like that is people keep, instead of saying that about them, teach them something. And then they do it, and then they're under the impression, well, I can't learn anything, I can't do this, I can't do that, because of the title that society and people have put on that person. And I don't think it's right, but you know how this old world is, it's full of things that's not always right. But anyway, what time is it? Well, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for coming in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, and I will be having that auction next Thursday, Halloween, with a guest, by Bird Boutique Robin. She will be with me. And a lot of the stuff that you've seen on these thrift hauls will definitely be in that auction. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in, and looking forward to seeing you at the auction. Thank you so much, guys. I love you guys. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Bye bye. Thank you so much for coming in.